Shit.
Alright guys, turn out the face cast, please. Right in front right here. Use the word thing. The shoulder. Back to the camera. Back to. Forward to mouth. Alright.
Beat his ass.
Can't
y'all
do
talk
shit.
for
I don't
real.
give a
I better be quiet.
I don't give a fuck if y'all was
all that
quiet,
ski
y'all
mask
was,
and
if
all
y'all was
that.
loud.
We got the
whatever
whole hood
you
over
talking
there.
about.
Like twisted up. I don't give a fuck about
Y'all
none
can
of that.
do whatever
I don't
y'all
care about
want.
none of
My
that.
mother, he
I don't
can't
care
stop
about no
nothing
hood,
over
no
here.
none of that.
Not at all.
Tell him I'm gonna f him up.
Not at all. Never. Nothing's
Y'all
gonna get
under
f***ed
y'all
up over here.
face up.
What do I look like getting f***ed up?
So Gervonta Davis was set to face Lamont Roach Jr. in a fight that had fight fans buzzing. But out of nowhere, the fight was canceled. What happened? Why was it called off? Well, today, we're breaking it down, and trust me, you don't want to miss this.
And Gervonta Tank Davis just been released to the public. We know now, December 14th, Houston, Texas, he's going to be facing a very tough opponent in Lamont Roach. Can you tell us a little bit about the history between them two?
Oh man, they've been knowing each other from the amateurs, silver gloves, everything. They grew up actually together, you know. Roach and him back and forth battles and whatnot. It's gonna be a pretty interesting fight, you know what I'm saying? Because Roach he come to fight. And I think it's a great fight. Everybody talking all that stuff about why Roach, because he signed and took the fight, you know what I'm saying? And it's good for the community.
Calvin Ford, Tank's longtime trainer and mentor, just dropped a massive bombshell about what really went down behind the scenes. So, let's get into it and unpack why this fight is blowing up in smoke.
But beat his ass.
He can't
y'all
do
talking.
shit. Wait,
For
I don't
real.
give a fuck.
So I better be quiet.
I don't give a fuck if y'all was
all that
quiet,
ski
if y'all was,
mask
if
and
y'all
all
was
that.
loud.
We got the
whatever
whole hood
fuck
over
you
there.
talking about.
Like twisted up. I don't give a
Y'all
about none
can
of that.
do whatever
I don't
y'all
care about
want.
none of
My
that.
mother, he
I don't
can't
care
stop
about no
nothing
hood,
over
no
here.
none of that.
Not at all.
Tell him I'm gonna f him up.
Not at all. Never. Nothing's
But
gonna
y'all
get f***ed
under
up
y'all
over here.
face
What do I look like getting f***ed up?
Okay. Okay. Okay.
That shit ain't never gonna stop
telling
nothing over here.
And he gonna pay for it. I guarantee
can't.
he pay for it.
I
I guarantee he
I
pay
can't.
for it. I guarantee it. I
Calm
guarantee
down.
it.
Calm down, brother.
Come to the fight. Come to the fight.
They probably gonna
Come
get
to
you
the
for.
Come to the fight.
Look, fool. Hey, fool. This me and you, fool. This me and you, fool.
Tank.
This me and you, fool.
Yeah.
Don't worry about them. They might get you. They gonna trick you out your spot. They gonna trick you out your spot, fool. Don't worry about them.
Come on, stop. Stop. Y'all know
like
what's going
that.
on. Y'all know
like
how
that.
I'm coming. Y'all know how I'm coming. So stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Y'all gonna make it hard for him. That's what y'all gonna do. Y'all gonna make it hard for him.
Now, before we get into the why, let's rewind a little bit and set the stage. Gervonta Davis has been making waves in the boxing world for years now. From his devastating knockouts to his explosive style, Tank has solidified himself as one of the hottest names in the sport. Fans were buzzing when news broke that he'd be facing Lamont Roach Jr.
My whole family is from DC. My whole family, like my entire family.
Don't bring them. Don't
what?
bring them.
For what?
Don't bring them. I'm telling you.
They
don't
gonna
bring 'em.
celebrate with me. You hear
Don't
me?
bring them.
It's gonna be a party on your floor.
I'm gonna let y'all know something. His father was up here
It's
shaking
gonna- it's
on the
gonna
what's
be-
the name? He was shaking on the
Pops.
On the
shake
what?
out. On my
On the
on my
what?
kids, he was shaking on this thing. On
Hey,
my kids, he was
never.
shaking.
Don't
Never.
say, bro.
That's
Tell
cap.
me.
What I about to say?
How you gonna say it's cap? And
gotta
how
be.
you gonna say it's cap? I'm watching them.
Gotta be. Hey.
Somebody
What's
lying.
good?
Hey.
Yeah, somebody lying.
Hey.
Somebody lying.
Hey. I'm
Okay,
glad my
Tank,
name ain't somebody.
Now, For those of you who don't know, Lamont Roach isn't a slouch. The dude's got skills and has been making a name for himself in the super featherweight division. He's been in the game for a while, and a fight with Tank was supposed to be a big deal. It was supposed to be fireworks, a massive showdown for the fans.
Just overall being something that he's not been in the ring with. I'm the total package, and honestly, sometimes I think he doubts himself. But I'm a competitor, and I feel like I'm the best. So I'm a show up.
When he talks about you not bringing your family, what goes through your mind when you hear him say that?
I ain't worried about it.
But as quickly as it was announced, it was canceled. Fans were left scratching their heads, wondering what the heck happened. Was it an injury? A contract dispute? Did Roach pull out? Well, Calvin Ford, Tank's trainer and the man who's been there since day one, just opened up about it. And the truth is, way more complicated than you might think.
You know, there were preliminary discussions about the Shakur fight, you know, early on, like back early, you know, for 2024 before this was scheduled. Didn't get very far for reasons I won't go into. But
come on.
You know, I just think there were, you know, I'm not sure that the time was right. I think, you know, what Shakur was looking for was something different than, you know, he was looking for more of a long-term commitment other than just doing one fight.
So, here's the tea. Calvin Ford recently sat down for an interview where he dropped some serious knowledge about why the fight with Lamont Roach was called off. According to Ford, it wasn't just a simple case of Roach pulling out or Tank getting cold feet. It was much more strategic than that.
Fill ass up, man. Get him.
That's my brother right here. He know what time it is.
So, you want Haney?
I want Haney.
Haney Tank. Oh, I see your face. You want to hurt him bad, huh?
It's not Haney, but I just gotta prove to the world, Youngin is the throne.
There's levels to that. That is levels to that.
Now, Ford didn't go into crazy detail, but the message was loud and clear. There were some behind-the-scenes political issues and timing complications that led to the fight getting scrapped. It just didn't make sense at the time, Ford said. Now, let's break that down for a second. What does he mean by that? Well, one of the things Ford highlighted is that the timing wasn't right. Tank's been on a wild run recently, picking up wins against top-tier competition, and he's looking at the bigger picture.
Did Tank versus Ryan play out the way you thought it would in the ring?
Oh man, when you look at All Access, remember I was saying, yo, we got to put down a vicious body attack. You know, Ryan came out putting on a good show. It was very entertainment. But I said in the press conference, you the king, Tank is a savage. What'd he do? He bowed down to Tank.
It wasn't just about fighting any guy out there. It was about making sure the right fights happen at the right time. With the current landscape of boxing, you don't want to rush into any fight just for the sake of it. Every fight needs to make sense financially, strategically, and for your career path. And that's exactly where Ford's coming from.
Another thing I want to touch on is the Floyd situation. You know, Floyd is Floyd. That's like I say, Tank is Tank, man. But at the end of the day, you know, the man is chasing greatness. And you should be supporting that. I always tell you that. You should be supporting that, you know. It's a rocky road that we saying what's going on. Just pay attention, man. The story is going to reveal itself, you know. But again, that's how you burn bridges. Somebody said, they say the true colors of a person is coming out, man. They can't stand it, you know. Calm is I don't like using that word calm, you know, but our Lord knows. He knows. He knows. He knows.
If you're a hardcore boxing fan, you know that timing is everything in this sport. This isn't like a casual street fight where you can just go in whenever and throw hands. Every fight has to be planned, calculated, and strategic. In Tank's case, with all the momentum he's got, Calvin Ford made it clear that the fight against Lamont Roach would have interfered with bigger plans down the line.
Tank was the first one in the gym, the last one out the gym. Tank used to sit on the ring like this and watch me train him.
How old is he at this point?
He was like 7, 8.
Okay.
A lot of stuff that I was giving my son was giving it to Tank. So it was a perfect fit. Tank was like the family, you know what I'm saying? And he used to sit at the table because I had another kid named Ramon Manning. He liked to play with them guns, you know what I'm saying? And when I lost him, I was hurt because that was my first time losing a fighter that you put so much into. Remember, I said, Tank, my money running out. And he just looked at me and said, believe in me, coach. Believe. That's what did it.
When he said that,
It's still.
Damn.
I don't hear Tank as the day. I hear Tank as that little boy. Believe in me, coach. And he came in the gym one day and he said, Coach, I seen it. I said, what you seen? I had all the belts on me. He said, I'm gonna be that dude. The rest is history.
Damn, I got goosebumps low key. That's gotta go.
There were rumblings that Tank's team was looking at more high-profile names, some even bigger than Roach, to keep the momentum going. We're talking names like Ryan Garcia, Shakur Stevenson, or even Teofimo Lopez. These are the guys everyone's dying to see Tank face off with.
I'm gonna slap this when I see him.
Why is that, Tank?
I'm gonna really slap this shit out when I see him.
Teofimo?
Yeah.
What you think about Teofimo pulling you and Crawford?
I just said what I said.
Do you think his demeanor gonna change if he get in front of you?
Yeah, because they all pussy. They all pussy. You see what Keyshawn said when I said what I said on Twitter and try to provoke him. He don't like when people call him bitch. What I call him? To provoke him to do something. He ain't come with that same energy. He called me a crybaby because I'm light skinned. Yeah, I bet. No.
But here's the kicker. If Tank fought Roach now, it could have slowed down his trajectory toward those major fights. That's just business. Sometimes, it's not about fighting everyone in your weight class just to prove something. It's about making sure the fights you take are the right ones. And sometimes, you have to sidestep the small potatoes to get to the main course.
Who have Shakur? What have Shakur done? What have he done in the sport? He haven't done nothing. The young one is looking more better than him.
Who that?
The Keyshawn. Keyshawn looking way more better than this. I keep screaming his name. He haven't done nothing. Keyshawn haven't even done nothing.
So what do you say to those who
Y'all
might
keep
be
saying
afraid?
his name for?
So what do you say to those who might be saying that, Tank is afraid of Shakur?
Afraid of what? Afraid of what? Us fighters, if we're afraid of somebody, it gotta be somebody hitting us and hurting us. Like, he don't have no offense. Everything is defense. Defense only win in basketball and football. That shit win in boxing.
Now, let's talk about the politics in boxing. You might not realize this, but the business side of boxing can be a mess. There are promoters, networks, and all sorts of people pulling strings behind the scenes. When Ford said the fight didn't make sense at the time, that could have been a reference to all the behind-the-scenes politics that we don't get to see.
What do you think of the announcement of the Gervonta Davis Roach fight?
I think that, it's had a lot of criticism, but it's not a bad fight. Lamont Roach is a world champion. He's smaller than Gervonta Davis. The problem is not many people are aware of who he is or his ability. But he can fight. I don't think it's a huge fight, but not a terrible one.
For one, Tank is signed with Mayweather Promotions, and they've been handling a lot of his career decisions. But we can't forget the other players in the game, the likes of DAZN, Top Rank, and the other big names in boxing. They're all trying to line up the best possible fights that make the most sense for their networks and fighters.
The fact that Lamont Roach is as familiar with Tank Davis as he is, it goes beyond them fighting in the amateurs. They've spent time in camp together. He's been around Tank. He's seen Tank up close and personal, whether he's in the ring with them or not. That matters. When you know a guy's rhythm, when you know their speed, when you know what they're thinking, that changes everything, Saying all this to say that because I know we got a lot of people, it don't matter. When he get hit, he going to sleep. Just wait for it. This might be a fight until he gets hit. And again, he's tasted that before. So if he gets hit and he doesn't go away, We got a fight on our hands, you know? I think it's a good fight. I think that there's better fights for Tank Davis, but this is a good fight for him.
And let's not forget about Tank's career trajectory. The dude is aiming for the big leagues, and every move he makes has to be part of a bigger master plan. Roach was a solid opponent, no doubt, but Tank's team likely saw bigger fish to fry.
Hey, a world title. But also, we gonna come back to Norfolk, man, so y'all don't forget about me. Y'all keep supporting DB3. But a world title definitely gonna be next 2025. We got big plans for everybody in the boxing world. Hey, Gervonta, knock, knock.
You've been on that all week. Listen.
Now, let's talk about the politics in boxing. You might not realize this, but the business side of boxing can be a mess. There are promoters, networks, and all sorts of people pulling strings behind the scenes. When Ford said the fight didn't make sense at the time, that could have been a reference to all the behind-the-scenes politics that we don't get to see.
Like, I gotta do that.
A lot of people don't know that what Floyd do. He said.
So you feel like it was a sub? Like he was subbing you? Like, oh, like
he was going at me. He was going at me, and I knew for sure he was going at me. That's why I went at him. There's no reason for me to go at Floyd.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Cause I feel like y'all got, I would say love and hate, but it's been like the last interview you showed them love. This week it was whatever. But is that sometimes like, you know, is it just like big bro, little bro seeing things different, or what is it to you?
No, Floyd don't never. He felt as though I'm at that point where as though I passed him. And I'm doing it at a young age. Wait, like when Floyd was 29, you'll see, bro.
Yeah.
That deal that I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh, that's a part of this
deal. He don't know about that yet. But that's bigger than his deal.
Damn. Wow.
And I'm just releasing it.
It's exclusive. That's exclusive. Bigger than Floyd deal?
Yeah.
Tank, don't cap, nigga. That's a lot of bread.
For one, Tank is signed with Mayweather Promotions, and they've been handling a lot of his career decisions. But we can't forget the other players in the game, the likes of Dazn, Top Rank, and the other big names in boxing. They're all trying to line up the best possible fights that make the most sense for their networks and fighters. And let's not forget about Tank's career trajectory. The dude is aiming for the big leagues, and every move he makes has to be part of a bigger master plan. Roach was a solid opponent, no doubt, but Tank's team likely saw bigger fish to fry.
I don't know Lamont Roach, but you know, when you're looking at Shakur Stevenson, when you're looking at, you know, these other fights that he should really be fighting, you know, he don't want to do them fights. He wants to retire.
Yeah.
So don't come and but don't come at me and go, oh yeah, let's give it all, you know, Barry Big Bollocks, and go, oh yeah, let's give him some stick, and then make out like we want the fight. And then we send an offer over, and then you fight for 15 million, and yet you fight Lamont Roach. Don't do all that. Do you know what I mean?
It was a real offer. That was true then.
It was a real offer. We offered. I said, listen, you keep talking shit. My promoter's going to get back to you in 48 hours. 50 minutes. Initial offer sent over. You know, but was it Uncle didn't let him out to play? His boss didn't let him out. That's it. So he wants to talk about 50 million. First offer.
There was room to negotiate.
Of course there was. But he's an idiot. I don't even know if he knows what negotiating means.
So, where does this leave us? Is Gervonta Davis ducking Lamont Roach? Not even close. Tank's got his eyes on the prize, and that means taking the fights that'll propel him forward, not backward. But remember, everything happens for a reason, and Calvin Ford is out here playing chess, not checkers. His decision-making is all about getting Tank to the next level. It's not about making quick money, it's about building a legacy.
No, I think Lamont Roach is a terrific fighter. He might be a little over his head with Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis is, I mean, to say the least, he's a beast. He really is. He's a tremendous fighter. He's a a dedicated fighter when it comes to training and fighting and making sure that he's in optimal conditions when he steps inside that squared circle. It's going to be a tough night for Roach, but you can never count him out. You know, watching him fight up close and personal, he's sneaky good, which means he can catch you at any time. He can land combinations sometimes at will without you even knowing it. You know, he's that sneaky. So, yeah, it's going to be very interesting. But, you know, obviously Gervonta Davis has the experience. He has the knowledge. He has that mean streak in him that will take you out with any punch.
So, there you have it. The real reason Gervonta Davis versus Lamont Roach was canceled isn't as simple as some fans might have thought. There was a lot going on behind the scenes, and Calvin Ford just gave us the inside scoop. It wasn't the right time, and the timing has to be perfect for Tank's career to keep climbing. Do you think Tank is making the right moves? Who do you want to see him fight next? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more juicy boxing drama, breaking news, and all the fight gossip you can handle. I'll catch you in the next one.